You've been stretching that sciatic nerve for months, maybe years, pulling your knee to your chest, that piriformis stretch from a Facebook post, child's pose at 6 a.m. because the pain won't let you sleep. It still hurts. Here's what nobody told you, and it's going to sound backwards. Stretching can actually make sciatica worse after 50. Not a little worse, significantly worse. You probably heard the opposite your whole life. But sciatica at 55 is a completely different problem than sciatica at 30. When you keep using the younger person fix on an older person problem, you get the same result every time. Temporary relief, then that burning, shooting pain right back down your leg. In this video, I'll show you what's actually happening inside your spine when you stretch and what does work to calm that nerve down for good. We're doing it together, right here, no equipment. If you've been diagnosed with cauda equina syndrome or have sudden numbness in both legs, stop and call your doctor before doing anything in this video. But if it's that familiar nagging pain shooting down one leg, stay right there. This is exactly for you. Let's go. Let me explain this in a way that actually makes sense. Picture your sciatic nerve like a garden hose. It runs from your lower back, through your hip, down the back of your leg, all the way to your foot. When it's healthy, it slides, it glides, it moves freely. But when something in your spine is pressing on it, that nerve gets inflamed, angry, and an angry nerve shortens, tightens, like a fist closing around a raw wound. Here's where the problem starts. When you pull your knee to your chest or stretch your hamstring, you're yanking on that already shortened, already inflamed nerve. And yes, you feel relief. 5, maybe 10 minutes of it. That release is real. Then the inflammation comes back, often worse. Physical therapists call it the release valve effect. Temporary relief, zero healing. Here's what makes it worse after 50. After menopause, your spinal discs lose hydration faster. The nerve canal narrows. The same stretch that helped you at 35 is now pressing on a more compressed nerve in a tighter space. That's not your fault. That's biology. And once you understand it, we can work with it, which is exactly what comes next. Here's something most people never get told, and this is the part that changes everything. Not all sciatica is the same. There are 2 types, and the exercises that help one type will aggravate the other. This is why you can try everything and nothing works. You're doing the right thing for the wrong type. Quick self-check. 2 questions. Question 1. When you've been walking or standing in line, does your leg start to ache, go numb, or feel heavy after a few minutes? Does sitting down or leaning forward on a cart make it better? Yes, that's type 1. Your spinal canal is narrowing with age, pressing on the nerve from the outside in, stenosis pattern sciatica. Question 2. Does bending forward, reaching for something off the floor, send pain shooting down your leg? Does standing straight or lying flat on your stomach feel better? Yes, that's type 2. Disc-related pressure pushing on the nerve from the inside out. These are patterns, not a diagnosis. Only your doctor can diagnose you, but knowing your type means you'll understand exactly why every movement in this video works the way it does. Drop your type in the comments right now, type 1 or 2. I want to see where you're at. All right, grab a chair, come sit with me. This is called a seated nerve glide, and this is what your sciatic nerve actually needs. Not a pull, not a stretch, a glide, gentle movement that gets the nerve sliding freely through its pathway again, like loosening a stuck zipper. Before we start, if you have sharp shooting pain past your knee right now, go gently. If anything feels worse, not just different, stop and rest. This should feel like a mild tug, nothing more. Sit tall on the edge of your chair, both feet flat, hands on your thighs. Here's the move. Leg goes out, chin goes up. Leg comes back, chin comes down. They move together. That's what makes this a glide. Let's go. Leg slowly straightens out, chin lifts toward the ceiling. Hold 1 second. Leg comes back down, chin drops toward your chest. Hold 1 second. That's 1. 10 together. Follow me. 2, chin up, chin down. 3, slow. 4, good. 5, halfway, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rest. A gentle tug down your back leg is completely normal. That's your nerve waking up, not a warning. If this video is helping you, hit like right now and subscribe. There are women watching this in real pain who need it. Share it with them. We're just getting started. Before the next movement, I need to stop you because there are 3 things most women over 50 do every single day that are quietly keeping their sciatica from healing, and they have no idea. Number 1, sitting too long without moving. When it hurts, sitting feels safe. It isn't. After about 20 minutes in one position, pressure inside your spinal discs builds significantly. The nerve gets more compressed, not less. If you spend most of your day in a soft couch or low chair, that might be the single biggest reason your pain keeps coming back every morning. Number 2, bending straight forward to pick things up. Shoes, dishwasher, grandkids' toys. Every time you bend straight forward at the waist, you're increasing disc pressure in your lower back. If your sciatica is disc-related, that's like pressing a thumb into a bruise. Instead, bend your knees, hinge from your hips, keep your back long. We'll come back to this. Number 3, sit-ups and crunches. It feels productive. It is not. That repeated forward curling motion compresses your lumbar discs directly. If you just thought, I do all 3 of those, you're not alone. Most women do. The good news, once you know, you can change it, starting today. That's exactly what comes next. This one is for my type 1 ladies, the ones whose legs go heavy and achy after a few minutes of walking, who feel instant relief the moment they sit down or lean forward on something. This is called seated lumbar flexion. What it does, it gently opens up the back of your spinal canal, creates room where your nerve is being crowded. Think of it as giving that nerve space to breathe. One note, if you have osteoporosis, check with your doctor before doing forward bending movements. And if you feel sharp pain as we go, not a stretch, not a tug, actual sharp pain, stop and rest. Everyone else, come with me. Sit tall on the edge of your chair, feet flat, hip width apart, hands on your thighs. Slowly lean forward. Let your hands slide toward your ankles. Don't force it, just follow gravity. Your lower back will gently round. That rounding is exactly what creates space around your nerve. Hold for 5 counts, then slowly sit back up tall. Let's go. Lean forward, hands slide down, back rounds gently. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly roll back up. Sit tall. Breathe. Feel that opening across your lower back? That's decompression. That's space being created where your nerve needs it most. 3 times total. Round 2. Forward. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Last one. Forward. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sit tall. Well done. This next part is for my type 2 ladies, the ones whose pain shoots down the leg when bending forward, who actually feel better standing straight or lying flat. Type 1, skip this movement. Extension is not for you right now, and it could increase your discomfort. You already got yours. Stay with me for what's coming next. It applies to both of you. For type 2, this is called a prone press-up. Physical therapists use this to take pressure off a disc that's leaning on your nerve. The goal is centralization, when that shooting leg pain starts moving back toward your lower back instead of going further down. That's a good sign. That means it's working. Lie face down on a firm surface, mat, carpet, even your bed if it's not too soft. Arms bent, hands flat beside your shoulders. Let your whole lower half completely relax. we're going to press up gently, hips stay down, elbows can stay slightly bent. Only go as far as feels comfortable, no forcing. Press up slowly, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Rest completely. 10 times, nice and slow. 2, up, hold, down. 3, up, breathe, down. 4 through 10. Keep going at your own pace. Rest. Forehead down, just breathe. If you want to go deeper on the disc side of sciatica, I did a full video on that. Link is in the description. Watch it right after this one. This next movement is for both of you, because here's the truth nobody talks about enough. The reason sciatica keeps coming back isn't just the disc, it isn't just the narrowing, it's that the deep muscles designed to protect your spine have gone quiet, stopped firing, and when your spine has no internal support, every step, every twist, every morning you get out of bed puts that nerve right back under pressure. This movement wakes those muscles up. It's called the dead bug, and I promise it's gentler than it sounds. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat, arms reaching straight up toward the ceiling. Gently press your lower back into the floor. Not a big tuck, just a light press. Feel that slight engagement in your belly? Hold that. Don't let go. Now slowly lower your right arm back overhead. At the same time, slide your left heel along the floor until that leg is nearly straight. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Back to start. Switch. Left arm back, right heel slides out. Hold. 3, 2, 1. That's one round. 5 together. 2, opposite arm and leg. Hold. Back. 3, slow. Breathe. Back. 4, press that lower back down. Back. 5, last one. Hold and rest. Feel that? That deep, quiet work? That's your spine's natural support system switching back on. If this is helping you, drop a comment right now. Tell me your type, 1 or 2, and how that last movement felt. Every single comment matters. Here's where everything comes together. I know what happens after a video like this. You feel good, you go to bed, you wake up and do the same thing you've always done. So I'm giving you a morning routine, 3 minutes before you even get out of bed, because the first 5 minutes of your morning sets the tone for how that nerve feels all day. Here it is. Minute 1, still lying on your back, pull both knees gently toward your chest, arms loosely around them. No forcing, just let gravity work. Rock side to side, gently. Hold 30 seconds. Breathe. That gentle rocking opens the back of your spinal canal while your body is completely relaxed. One of the safest, most effective things you can do for that nerve first thing in the morning. Minute 2, sit up on the edge of your bed, feet flat. 5 slow nerve glides. You already know how. Leg out, chin up, leg down, chin down. 5 times, slow. 2 minutes, done. Minute 3, stand up slowly, take 2 steps. Quick check, is your lower back tight? Is that leg buzzing? If yes, lean forward slightly on a counter. 3 slow breaths. Let the spine decompress before you start moving. 3 minutes every morning. Women who do this consistently report that morning stiffness and first thing pain start shrinking within the first week. Before you go, I want to say something. You've probably been dealing with this pain longer than you should have, and somewhere along the way, someone handed you a stretch, told you to keep moving, and left you to figure the rest out yourself. That's not okay. That's why this channel exists. What we did today, the nerve glide, the decompression, the core work, the morning routine, none of it is complicated, but it has to be the right thing for your body. Now you know the difference. Your spine is not broken, Your nerve is not gone. It is compressed and irritated. And when you stop doing the things that make it worse and start doing the things that create space and support, it responds. That is not hope. That is how the body works. Save this video, bookmark it. You're going to want to come back, especially for the morning routine. Re-watch it until it's second nature. And if you know someone, a sister, a neighbor, anyone waking up every morning with that same burning leg pain, share this with her. She needs it too. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you in the next one.